Hi, it's Andrew here at Bayside. I've never had a panic attack. I've had some friends who've described it to me, and it sounds like, my goodness, so difficult and horrendous and so real for them. But in the Bible, our friend called Abraham, he had a spiritual panic attack. And it all happened in Genesis chapter 15. God had given him an incredible promise in Genesis chapter 12 that he was going to bless him, and through him he was going to bless his family, and he was going to bless the world. Yeah, that's great. But years and years had passed and nothing had happened, and he still didn't have a son, and he was like, oh. One day God turned up again and said to him, Abraham, in chapter 15 of Genesis, I am your very great reward. And Abraham was like, what? I can't even hear you, God. I don't have a kid, and there's a guy called Eliezer of Damascus, and he's going to get all my stuff. And God said to him, and this is very important, I want you to get out of your tent. You've been in this Middle Eastern night, all locked up in your tent. I want you to get outside. I want you to walk outside with me. No light pollution. And I want you to look at the sky. I want you to count the stars, if you can. And of course, he couldn't. And this is what the Bible says. These stars are going to be like your kids. You won't be able to count them. You're trying to believe for one kid. I want to give you millions and millions and millions. And this is what the Bible says in Genesis 15. Before there was a law, before he was circumcised, he says this, that Abraham believed God, and God credited it to him as righteousness. And actually, this becomes the very foundation of Paul's argument in Romans chapter 4 of saying to the Jewish converts in the church at Rome, guess what? We're all sinners, but we can all be justified and declared righteous by faith. By what? Not by keeping the works of the law, but just by believing in the work of Jesus Christ. When we trust in Jesus Christ in all of our lives, and we simply believe what he did on the cross, guess what? Righteousness, the righteousness of God comes flooding into our lives. I want to encourage you today. Maybe you're having a spiritual panic attack. Maybe you're like really concerned about God with what he's doing or with what he's not doing. I want to encourage you with this. Wherever you are or whatever you're going through today, simply stop. Let faith come back into your life. Know that he's a great God with incredible plans. He's in charge. And guess what? Let the Lord do the rest in your life. Abraham was just a guy like us, but he decided to choose or decided to trust God. You do the same today. Do you know what? It could change your life. Change your family, could change your world.